Whoa, 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 what's up, people? This is your boy Tommy D coming to you live from Fire Black Podcast. Hey, so let me do some of the housekeeping things. You want to listen to Fire Black Podcast and want to see all the new episodes? You need to go to fireblackpodcast.com. That's fireblackpodcast.com. Or the site fireblackmedia.com. That's fireblackmedia.com. You also can see us on Instagram and Facebook at Fire Black Podcast. That's Instagram and Facebook on Fire Black Podcast. Also on Twitter at Fire Black Pod, P-O-D, C-A-1. That's Fire Black Pod, P-O-D, C-A-1. Or on Snapchat at Fire Black Pod. Also, you can get us up on several apps. The Apple Podcast app, the Google Podcast app on Android devices only, and on Spotify, Breaker, Stitcher, Radio Public, Anchor, and Podbean. That's it. So, hey, let's do it.
Are you tired of the same long, drawn-out news and entertainment and politics and blah, blah, blah? Time to switch it up. A straight-to-the-point fun twist on your news, politics, entertainment, and everything in between. That's what you're looking for. You're in the right place. Welcome to Fire Black with your host, Tommy D.
So what's up, people? This is your boy, like I said, Tommy D, and you're on Fire Black Podcast. Listen, I tell you, did anyone watch that 7 hours of testimony? I mean, my God, that was crazy, right? That nigga was saying, like, Trump is a racist, a liar, your baby's mama drama kind of, I don't know what he was saying. He was just saying all sorts of stuff. He was spilling the beans. He said, you know what, I'm going to jail for this motherfucker. I am letting y'all know all about the guy that y'all put into office. You know, it almost reminds me, someone was saying some similar things before. Anyone remember that?
And let me put it very plainly. If we Republicans choose Donald Trump as our nominee, the prospects for a safe and prosperous future are greatly diminished. But you say, wait. Isn't he a huge business success? Doesn't he know what he's talking about? No, he isn't. And no, he doesn't. His bankruptcies have crushed small businesses and the men and women who work for them. He inherited his business. He didn't create it. And whatever happened to Trump Airlines? How about Trump University? And then there's Trump Magazine, and Trump Vodka, and Trump Steaks, and Trump Mortgage. A business genius, he is not. If the other candidates can find some common ground, I believe we can nominate a person who can win the general election and who will represent the values and policies of conservatism. Given the current delegate selection process, that means that I'd vote for Marco Rubio in Florida, and for John Kasich in Ohio, and for Ted Cruz, or whichever one of the other two contenders has the best chance of beating Mr. Trump in a given state. Now, Donald Trump tells us that he is very, very smart. I'm afraid that when it comes to foreign policy, he is very, very not smart. You know, we've long referred to him as the Donald. He's the only person in the entire country to whom we have added an article before his name. And it wasn't because he had attributes we admired. Here's what I know. Donald Trump is a phony, a fraud. His promises are as worthless as a degree from Trump University. He's playing the members of the American public for suckers. He gets a free ride to the White House, and all we get is a lousy hat.
Well, tell me how you really feel, Mitt. Yo, that was like back in the day. You know, Mitt Romney came out hard talking about, Donald Trump back then. Now Senator Romney, I don't know how he feels now. But it lets you know how crazy some of these politicians switch back and forth. 1 minute Mitt Romney's talking about him, and next minute he's interviewing, trying to get a position with him. So that leads me to believe what I was talking to you last week about. I am starting a petition today, folks. You know what the petition is? It's hashtag none of the above. You said, what is that? None of the above simply means we don't want them. Let's get rid of them all, left and right. The problem with these guys are simple. They do whatever they need to do to get reelected. They are using us as pawns in their little game of trying to stay into power. The senator's been in office for 30 years, being reelected over and over again, doing nothing. That's on both sides of the aisle, folks. You say, well, you want me to read I'm going to read the petition to you. Then I'm going to tell you, I'm going to have it posted on all of my social medias I just mentioned to you. You need to sign this because this is a pledge that we are no longer going to be taken advantage of with these politicians playing games with us. So what we're going to do is we want to deliver this to the Capitol. We want to show them that we're not playing games no more. It's no time for y'all to be sitting here playing this divide and conquer game with the American people, pitting us against each other. They have a nerve to have people like in North Dakota sitting here in upper state Pennsylvania, let's say, talking about drugs, the drug epidemic. Terrible. Those people up there are sitting down there pointing fingers at people like in South Jersey, where I'm from, where I live, New York, California, and saying, you don't understand what it's like to have a family member, to have drugs floating out in the street. Really? Your politician actually made you think that people from Los Angeles, people from the Bronx of New York, from South Jersey, Atlantic City, Camden, New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, from the South and South Carolina's part, Columbia, all these other states, they're making you think that, for God's sakes, we do not understand what it means to have a drug epidemic. These states, these cities, been inundated with drugs since the early 80s. Your drug issues have been growing for the past 5, maybe even less years, because of opioids. But the crack's been running through these inner cities, like I said, since the 80s. But your politicians made you think that no one's listening to you and no one understands you. We understand. My God, do we understand? We ain't talking about the drugs only. We're inundated with drugs, drug dealers, guns, and violence. But yet, the politicians made you think that no one understands you. They also made you think, this is on both sides of the aisle, that no one understands what it means not to be employed, not to have a job. Really? You don't think folks in the inner city, folks in California, folks in the South don't understand what people going through up in the North and coal country, what it means not to have jobs? Michigan? Really? But that's what the politicians did to us, y'all. They made it like no one understands each other's problems. We're different. What we're going through is so different that only I can fix it for you. Vote for me, because they don't understand your problems. And then they talk about the liberals the liberals, the liberal media, the liberal this, or the far right this and far right that. They don't understand. They're all racist. Games, folks. They've been playing games with us way too long. While they're sitting there pitting us against each other, they're sitting there doing nothing, sitting on their goddamn hands, doing nothing for us, fighting each other. All big design to just keep on getting them reelected over and over again, because they got us hating each other for no damn reason. I hate this guy up in, because he supports Trump. Why? Man, because he's racist. He has to be, right? He has to be racist. He supports Trump, so he's a racist. Well, really? You don't think it has anything to do with policy? Then you have the Trump supporter. Oscar Cost. Oh my God, that woman. The Green New Deal. Oh my God, they're gonna destroy us all. What? Because she wants cleaner air for our children? We can't meet in the middle? We don't think that's important for our children? Oh yes, you're all grown. You lived most of your life. You got what, 20 more, 30 more years if you're in your 40s, 50s? 40 more years? These politicians are in their 60s, 70s, 80s, and they telling you we shouldn't worry about the environment. You know why? Those motherfuckers are halfway dead. They don't care about the environment. They care about making money. They don't care about your grandkids or your kids' kids, about what's going to happen to them if our air and environment is fucked up. That's how they are. They don't care. They care about keep on getting elected. Either side, folks, they playing games with us. Divide and conquer. That's all they've been doing for many years now. When Obama's in office, 8 years of divide and conquer. How many times they told you, people up in the right, that Obama's going to take all your guns? How many of you got your guns? How many actually lost a gun because of Obama? None. No one lost a gun because of a policy that Obama did. But yet, they kept on telling you over and over and over again. You know why? Guess what you did? You went out and bought more guns. You made the NRA, you made the gun manufacturers very rich. They don't care. Oh, now, the new fear. Oh my God. Mexicans. Mexicans did nothing to us derogatory in this country. Of course, you're going to have some nutty buddy come across that border that might kill somebody, rape somebody. Just like they do when they fly in. We're going to have a murderous killer. Hey, I remind folks that, politicians won't tell you that every single terrorist attack, it was either a U.S. citizen, either someone that already had a visa, or someone that flew in. No one came from that southern border. We got people all the way up in the North Dakota, upstate Pennsylvania, worried about the southern border. As if some magical Mexican is going to come and destroy us. Our army is powerful. Our law enforcement is powerful in every state. Do you think that some half-hungry, poor Mexicans are going to do any type of damage to our country? No. Why? Because it had already been done. And then we got the left talking about the big boogeyman, Trump. Oh, yes, we can talk about a million things that is crooked about Trump. The man's shady, folks. I mean, it is what it is. All I used to always say is, if Obama did some, just a small percentage of the things that Trump is doing right now, many Americans would have been mad. But you know why you're not mad? Because guess what? Your senators, our representatives, made it like it's okay. It's okay, folks, because it's your side. It's okay for him to do it. It just wasn't okay for Obama to do it. So now the Democrats are in power in the House, and they're going to run all of these investigations over and over and over again, because they say, we have to, because that's what we want. Who the hell wants that? I want you to do your damn jobs. We need new roads. We need better schools. We need goddamn health care to be lowered so people can afford it. It's a shame. Now, y'all sitting up here and there's people in America dying because they can't afford health care. Not because we don't have the technology, not because we don't have the medicine, because they can't afford it. How in the world, in the richest country in the world, we have people dying because they can't afford health care? What kind of crazy nutty buddy is that? None of the above, folks. Hashtag none of the above. I am saying anyone, any senator, congressman, and congresswomen that has over 2 terms, that is not doing the work of the people anymore, we need to get rid of them. Vote for new people. Get rid of all these old farts from the left and right, folks. They've been playing us too long. We got people hating each other because someone's wearing a red hat that says "Make America Great Again." Well, yeah, we can get into Trump's head and the reason why he said "Make America Great Again," but I guarantee you, if you pull random people, everybody's going to have a different way of thinking of what "Make America Great Again" is to them. Just like it is to me. I feel Trump is misrepresenting that. I think that he had an evil way of thinking that. That was the whole purpose. He wanted division. He saw that what the senator has done to our country, he was able to take advantage of that by divide and conquer us. So I'm starting a petition, like I said, and I'm going to read it to you. And like I said, it's going to be posted. I want everybody to sign. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, left, right, in the middle, because it involves all of us. Because we need to stop with all the craziness that these congressmen and congresswomen are doing to us, separating us. I said, we the people make this statement to put on notice to all sitting congressmen and women currently on their second term and longer. We are sick and tired. We are sick and tired of you no longer doing the work of the people. You only care about pitting Americans against Americans for the only purpose to get reelected. You no longer care to serve all Americans. You no longer work to better the lives of people who elected you for that purpose. No matter what side of the aisle you represent, you work hard to only divide us by race, creed, sex, religion, social, and economic status. The Democrats care only about removing the current president, and the Republicans go to great lengths to protect the president no matter the cost to the Americans. So we pledge that we will vote none of the above to all sitting congressmen and women from the House and Senate who is on their second term or more that have shown to not carry out the business of the people. We no longer support congressmen and women who care only about finding new ways to divide us, to use that very same divide you cause to improve your chances of re-election. We the people are sick and tired, and we will only support members who will work for the American people again. I ask all Americans, no matter what side of the aisle you on, to sign this petition to pledge to vote none of the above to any congressmen and women who no longer is doing the work of the people and causing divides, beholding to the rich donors and powerful interest groups and fighting each other and not fighting for all Americans. We will support only new candidates that pledge to do the work of the people for the interests of all Americans. So I ask all Americans from North Dakota to the southern tip of Texas, to the far west of California, to the eastern coast of New Jersey, and all states in between to say no longer will be used and taken advantage of, and we will vote. None of the above. So, folks, I need your support on this, because it's not about me. It's not about one group, one party. It's about all of us taking control again, getting people into office that are working for us, not their interests, not working about the next election. We have right now on every major newscast, they're talking about the next election. After the first election, after midterms ended, they was already talking about 2020. They don't care about anything else. They just care about making and continuing their chances of being reelected again. It's time to end that, folks. And only we can do it. So we need to put them on notice. Let them know their chances of sitting in office is coming to an end. If they're not doing their job for us anymore, we don't need them. They can go. We want to put people into office from the left, right, and middle that care about making decisions that affect all Americans, that benefit all Americans. I'm tired of a Republican president being in office only caring about Republicans, a Democratic president being in office only caring about Democrats, making decisions that will hurt one side over the other, not caring for the next person because they didn't vote for you. That is not their job. Their job is to run the country and to bring laws and bills to the floor that is balanced. And I understand if it's a Republican in office, some of those bills will be, lean towards helping Republicans more than Democrats. But it should also help every American. But that's not the case anymore. Or even our sitting president right now, he can care less beyond the people that is in his circle. Obama, Bush, Clinton, all of them. They don't care about anything else. And these senators, they talk more. And they don't bring bills to the floor anymore. You know why? Because they want to avoid actually putting their name on a vote. They'd rather talk and say, oh, this is awful, this is terrible. Well, okay, well, y'all put a bill up, so bring it to the floor and vote. Let's see how y'all vote. No, they don't want you to do that. They don't want to be on record of where they stand on a particular item, gun laws, health care, the environment, war, peace. None of those items. I mean, you get a handful of bills that make it to the floor. They say, oh, we don't have no support for that. Well, one side does. They have support, so just bring it to a vote. No, not doing that no more, folks. We need to stop it. And only we can do it. We, the people, can take back our government for real. Not from this smart talk senators and politicians. We need to put people that actually care about people, that actually care about the American people. So I ask for your support. Don't elect me. No. It'd be nice if we have more independents, people that are open to working across the aisle, working with everybody. Even people that have a D after the name or R after their name, to be able to work across the aisle, say, oh, this is a great idea. This can work for everybody. No. The day is like either way. If it doesn't benefit the Republicans, they're not bringing it up. If it doesn't benefit the Democrats are not bringing it up. Really? And guess who's suffering? Us people. The American people. So, folks, this is the only way we need to do it. Like I said, I'm going to put everything up on all my social media. And I need you to sign that petition, because we're going to deliver it. We're going to tell them, you're on notice. Your job is in trouble. We are no longer just going to vote for you because you're in my district or because I know your name. If you're not working for us anymore, if you causing divide, if you slating each other against each other, you having us fighting over race and all this stuff, making up issues so that you can keep your cushy job in the Senate, no longer, folks. We need to stop it. And the only way we could do that is none of the above. You're not doing the job. You're not working for the people. You got no job. You will lose it. We will vote you out. We need to put new people in that care about Americans, all Americans. Just remember, you can reach me at fireblackpodcast.com. That's fireblackpodcast.com or fireblackmedia.com. And don't forget to hook up with us on Instagram or Facebook at Fireblack Podcast, or on Twitter at FireblackPod, CA1, that's FireblackPod, CA1, or on Snapchat at FireblackPod. And also remember, you can find us on the Apple Podcast app, the Google Podcast app that's only on Android devices, and Spotify, Breaker, Stitcher, Radio Public, Anchor, and Podbean. And remember, I'm going to be posting the hashtag information and the petition about none of the above. So be on the lookout for that. And please sign the petition so that we can send a message to our elected officials that we are not taking it anymore. And I will see you next time. And I'm out of here.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Fire Black with Tommy D. For more great content and to stay up to date, visit fireblackpodcast.com, on Twitter at Tommy D Light Photo, and on Facebook.com/Tommy D Light Photo. We'll catch you next time.